Hello everyone, good morning or afternoon or evening, I don't know. I feel like I always start my videos like that. Is this becoming like a thing or... Anyway, so I am about to film a foundation first impression. I'm so excited, I haven't done one in a little bit. I think my last one may have been one of those really expensive Bobbi Brown maybe foundations. I don't remember. I'll have to list my previous one down below for you in case you're interested, because I just love watching foundation first impressions. I don't know, I'm a foundation junkie. So naturally when I started seeing this all over TikTok, I had to pick it up because I love Charlotte Tilbury as a brand. I've done a full face of Charlotte Tilbury in the past, I'll link it below. Genuinely, like, one of my favorite brands. I've spent way too much money on this brand in the past, and I feel like most of her items I really like. There are some I don't, but most of them I do. And so this foundation's been doing the rounds because everyone's just obsessed with it, and I am so looking forward to trying it that I had to dedicate a whole video just to trying it out, doing a wear test, see how it looks, how it goes on, blah blah blah. And I hope it's good and I hope the color's okay. I've got a fresh fake tan on right now. This fake tan is my favorite fake tan. It's the XO Beauty one. It is vegan, it's dark, it's olive, it's beautiful, it's everything. I feel like this foundation might be my, you know, couple of days old fake tan, whereas this fake tan's like a day old, but I'll just bronze. It says it is science plus color, Charlotte's beautiful skin foundation for your best healthy looking skin day every day. Packaging's stunning, beautiful, reminds me of like YSL or something like that. I got the shade 4 Neutral. It's made in Italy. You get 30 ml, which is like a standard amount, 1 fluid ounce. And does it come with a pump? It does. It comes with a pump. Perfect. It's nice and lightweight, but it still looks luxurious. I feel like they've done such a good job on making it look luxurious, even though it's not in like a glass bottle or something like that. Like, it's very portable, easy to chuck in a makeup bag or a makeup kit or your makeup drawers. Like, it's nice and easy. And it says on here, it is a medium coverage, light as air foundation infused with hydrating hyaluronic acid, brightening rose complex. Skin looks more beautiful instantly and over time for a healthy looking glow and a brighter, smoother looking complexion. It says undetectable coverage, so should look like skin. Improves the look of skin with each wear, so skincare vibes. Clinically proven results. Boosts hydration by up to 166%. Skin looks plumper and smoother by up to 181%. And skin tone looks more even by up to 210%. And over 90% of users agree. Where do they get these numbers from? It's so random. Minimizes the appearance of pores. Reduces the appearance of pigmentation and dark spots. And skin appears instantly brighter. Doesn't say how to use it. It just says blend it out from the center of the face for natural looking coverage. It doesn't say sponge, fingers, brush. So I'm assuming you could do whatever you want. We'll probably use a sponge today as per. It sounds amazing, right? Like, it sounds like everything you need, really. So I guess we will just try it. I'm just gonna clip back my hair with my XO Beauty dent-free hair clips. These are one of the new colors that I showed in my last video. Or one of my last videos. I think my last video is a declutter. I'll link that below for you guys if you missed it. Alright, so we're going to do the same thing I always do. If you're new here, hello! Usually what I will do is just prime half of my face so we can see if there's any difference between the application, the appearance, the longevity, blah blah blah. You know, on my skin right now I have nothing except just like my morning skincare. So I've got a anti-breakout serum on and I have a moisturizer on, but it's like soaked in, like my skin's clean. So I'm just literally grabbing the first primer that, you know, I saw. This is the Rare Beauty Illuminating Priming at Base. So I'm gonna do this side today. And actually, while this soaks in a little bit, I might just gel up my eyebrows because, I don't know, I feel like I like to do that before my foundation. This primer is so pretty, by the way. I bought the travel size just because I didn't want to like commit to a full size if I wasn't going to use it, but I think I might buy the full size. Look how pretty it is. Alright, the brows are slicked up and I'm going to take a little bit of color corrector. This one is the Salmon Dark Circle Concealer Cream by Skin Food. Did I say that? I don't know. I'm using a round eye brush, just a little bit of this, and I'm just going to pop that on the darkest area around my eye where I'm like blue, just before we do our foundation, and hopefully we won't even like need much concealer at all. I'm going to take my sponge. I'm going to use this to apply the foundation in a second. This is the XO Beauty Flat Edge Ultra Soft Sponge. Look how squishy it is. I love these. I will never stop talking about them. They're so good. So just a really nice sheer layer is what I'm aiming for here. So that's why I'm using my sponge now, just to like really pat it out. Look how much better that looks. I should have done one eye at a time to show you, but obviously it doesn't look perfect, but it looks so much better. Oh my gosh, I almost put this in my brush hole. Like, I'm like, my brain's so screwed. I literally put a container of sushi ginger in the Tupperware cupboard and Hamish just found it today. I don't even know when I put it in there. And I am going to start on the prime side, why not? Okay, there's one pump. Definitely think I'm gonna have to use bronzer because my body is bronzed. I'm just gonna start with the one pump and just see how this goes. Alright, I'm going to use a flat edge. Oh, that actually goes quite far. I don't know why, but I was expecting it to kind of be like a lighter coverage. Like, I know it says on the box a medium coverage, but I kind of didn't believe it because it says light as air and like undetectable and blah blah blah. Now, if you know me, and a lot of you know me well, I love using so much foundation. Like, I'll literally be like squirt, 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 like 8 different pumps on my face. Honestly, I've got a problem. But one pump definitely could easily do half my face if this was the coverage I was aiming for. Like, I'm happy with that. Oh my god, it looks so good. Oh my gosh, okay. Hey, why does my ear look all red? I just put earrings in like this morning and they're like, ooh. Anyways, it looks so good. I'm gonna stop there for a second, but I do think we will build it up. By the way, I have a little bit of fake tan on my face, but obviously you can still see all my stuff. Redness, freckles, a few like acne kind of scary dots and things like that. I just use the same fake tan on my face. It's just paler because, you know, you wash your face and stuff, you know, and stuff. Anyways, okay. One more pump. It's one pump once again. If I can use 2 pumps to do my whole face, that means that like you guys could probably use like under 1 pump, because once again I use way more than everyone else, I swear. Like, is my head bigger than the average person maybe? Is that what's happening? I don't know. I feel like I use less on this side of my face too. Like, I feel like this side of my face is skinnier and this side of my face is really chubby, which is weird. Yeah, I feel like I just don't need as much on this side. So I'll just kind of like work whatever's left on my sponge down my neck. I think this colour is going to be so good as well once, like I said, when I've got like a normal amount of fake tan or not a fresh fake tan. Even right now, it's not that bad, you know? Once we've got our bronzer on, I'll show you. I feel like it's going to be perfect regardless, so I'm pretty happy with the colour. I feel like it's a versatile colour for me and I'll get a lot of wear out of it once it gets full neutral, just in case you like a similar, you know, foundation match to me. I think I normally get like, is it 4 or 5 or 6? Maybe 6, but I feel like that was like a fresh fake tan shade for me in one of her other formulas, so I think that's why I went a little bit lighter with this one. So I'm gonna go another half pump on both sides. The pump's really easy to control too. Like, I just did like, I'll just show you for the sake of it, like you can kind of like wiggle it out, if you know what I mean. Like, you don't have to do a full pump, which I really like, because it's annoying when you just want like a little bit extra product and you know, you can only do like a full pump because the pump's like out of control. The pump is really easy to use. I know that's like a weird thing to say, but trust me, it matters. And I'm just going to build this one right up. I feel like the sponge application is so nice, by the way. I actually feel like I preferred it like without building it up. It doesn't build up badly at all, but I just feel like it looked so pretty. But anyway, let me just blend this out and we'll do like a little close-up, because obviously I'm a little bit further away right now. I have no filters on any of my videos. I've got some artificial lights on because otherwise, you know, it's really dark in here right now. But I feel like you can see everything well. Like, you can see like some little marks I have, congestion, but it just looks pretty. It looks like skin. I definitely agree with the lightweight claim. It does not feel heavy on the skin. I agree with the fact it says undetectable coverage. Once again, it looks like skin. Like, it looks like makeup too. I wouldn't say completely undetectable, but in the scheme of things for foundations, it looks like so good. Like, this is the kind of thing I probably would have worn on my wedding day, although I loved my wedding day makeup. I also have a video on that. I did a get ready with me on my wedding day, so if you want to watch that, I'll link it below. But you know, like, this is like one of those foundations. Obviously, I'm yet to see how well it wears on my skin, so I could change my mind by the end of the video, but first impression, like, it just looks phenomenal. I'm just obsessed. Yeah, I honestly feel like the first layer was good enough, but of course I wanted to see how it built up for you guys, and you can see it's flawless now. I don't know, I'm just like a bit weird like that lately. I do quite like a little bit of imperfection. I don't know, like a sheer coverage sometimes. Quite into it. Alright, so that was like 3 pumps all over. Definitely didn't even need that much, but there's the outcome. Let me zoom you all the way in and I'll keep the exposure a little bit dark so you can really see everything on my face. Now keep in mind my skin's like a little bit rougher than normal because I'm not using heavy chemical exfoliants on my skin during pregnancy. So like on my nose you can see I've got like more dead skin buildup and things like that. It is what it is, but you know, you can only kind of tell real close up. I feel like from far away it wasn't very obvious at all. You can see a little bit of dry skin around like this area. I wouldn't say it like emphasizes it. It just doesn't conceal it either, if you know what I mean. I like the finish. It's kind of like a glowy finish, and maybe that's why it's kind of showing up those areas a little bit more. So I'll show you once again close up once we do set this as well. This is the unprimed side. I can't really see much of a difference. So, you know. I have this one wrinkle up here because once again can't get Botox right now. This is where my makeup settles in right now. So we'll probably see a little bit of settling in that by the end of the day, or shortly even, because sometimes it happens like immediately. But it's a good test, so I'll let you know how it goes. For concealer into the eyes, I feel like I could still just go on with a little bit. I didn't really put much foundation on top. I'm just going to use a really small dab of my Tarte Shape Tape. This is light medium, so literally just like a little bit there and like a little bit there. I'm just going to dab that out with the back of my sponge. Oh, that looks so good on top of the foundation too, guys. Looks so smooth. I'm going to use a little bit of my Nikea Joy Cosmetics Velvet Finishing Powder to set under my eyes. So I'm just pressing some into my sponge like this. And I'm just going to set the eye, like under eye, before my concealer creases. Because it does tend to, because, you know, I'm almost 30. You wouldn't know it though, right? I feel like I need to act my... Wait, how does a 30-year-old act? No, I take that back. I feel like... No, that's dumb. It's not the 50s Shannon. And then I'm going to take a different powder on the rest of my face. I'm just going to use my stock standard MAC Studio Fix powder because I use this all the time, so I can kind of tell, you know, if something's playing up, I know it's going to be the foundation kind of thing. This is the shade NC25 as well, which is like a little bit darker than my normal shade because, you know, it needs a little bit of depth with my tan. Just doing a nice sheer layer. You can see that mattified it heaps. The side with the glowy primer just looks a little bit glowier still, whereas the other side looks quite mattified now. And then what I'm going to do is take another face powder, but I use this like a bronzer. So this is shade 4N from Dior Backstage, the Face and Body Powder No Powder. And I'm using a shimmer tulip brush. And I'm essentially going to kind of put this where I'm going to bronze, like as a bronzer. I might add another bronzer when I do the rest of my makeup up. Just to give you an idea on how the colour is once, you know, we darken it a little bit. And I just apply it on the outside of my face and my nose, like the high points. And you can see immediately, look how much, like it just makes it match so much better. So I would say that this foundation color I've chosen is like literally just perfect because I can use it in cases like today, or I can use it when I've got a little bit less fake tan on. It's just ideal. Like that just looks so pretty still. Okay, so let me show you close up in the dark with the powder on. You can see it kind of settled some of that skin appearance. I love it. I think it looks good. I'm not going to use setting spray today because I want to see how it wears without one, but I feel like a setting spray would just top it off and just really melt in those powders and foundation and make it all look so seamless. I think it looks like skin. You can see like my natural texture and everything underneath, but it just looks naturally perfected, if that makes sense. You know, it doesn't look over the top, doesn't look cakey, it just looks beautiful. I'm stoked. So I am going to finish off my makeup. Actually, before we do that, I'll do a quick flash test, guys, and we'll just see how it looks in the flash. I don't believe it has any SPF in it. It doesn't say so on the packaging, so I'm assuming it's gonna look phenomenal under flash photography. Gosh, it's just so pretty, and this powder is bomb, guys, honestly. So good. I feel like this powder with this foundation is like a match made in heaven, like seriously. Alright, flash test. Alright, so I feel like the flash looks fine, looks perfect, looks like real life, doesn't look weird, doesn't blow you out and like make you look really pale or anything strange, like looks good. So yeah, I am going to continue with my makeup and I will pop in throughout the day and just, you know, fill you in on how it's going. The time right now is 10:30 a.m. I'm starting a little bit later than normal today, but that's fine. So I will definitely wear it for at least like 12 hours or so, just so we can get like a full day's wear, like an idea of it. I'm praying that this looks good all day, because if it does, like, oh, Like, this is definitely going to be a new favorite. This was not cheap either, needless to say. Hello. Already I'm so excited about it, you know. Like, I'm happy to spend some money on a foundation if it makes me feel this good. I'll talk to you guys shortly. Hello. So it's only been like half an hour because I just whipped on mascara, brows, lips, blush. I think that's it. Some nude eyeliner in my waterline. But I just wanted to show you how it all looks complete, and I love it. I think it looks so pretty. I feel like with this foundation you could do something natural like I have today, like kind of natural, or you could do glam, like you could do full glam. So I don't know, I just love how it looks. I just want to show you the finished product, and I'll be back in a few more hours to show you how it actually looks over a good period of time. By the way, it's cooking. It's like 30 degrees here today, so it's gonna be a good sweat test too. Hopefully it lasts through all the heat. Hello. It's only been 2 hours. Just wanted to pop in anyway, just, you know, to be thorough, and nothing really to report except I feel like it's like kind of settled into my skin really nicely. It's good. It looks so smooth. I feel like, you know how it said poreless or whatever, like camouflage, what did it say? Minimizes the appearance of pores. I mean, I don't have like terrible looking pores anyway, but you can definitely still see my natural skin texture under. I don't hate that, but I'm just unsure if you do have like larger pores, is that going to sink into them? I'm not too sure. I just thought I'd mention that because you can see like in here my skin texture, but it doesn't look bad, does it? You know what I mean? But it definitely doesn't camouflage it like some other foundations maybe I've used in the past, but I don't even care. Like, that's just skin texture. It is what it is. You can see my under eyes have creased a little bit. Whatever, just brush the product a little bit. Helps to settle it out. The wrinkle up here hasn't gotten really worse. That's just kind of standard. So we'll see if it gets worse like throughout the rest of the day. But yeah, I just thought I would like show you how nice and smooth it looks. I think, like I said, I think it's just melted into my natural skin oils and whatever, and it's just settled really nicely. Like the powders have settled in, and it just looks phenomenal. I feel like my skin looks really pretty. So I'll come back in a few more hours and we'll see how it looks over an actual decent amount of time, not just a couple of hours. Right, it is 2:30 now. I'm about to go get my nails done. So here's a cute before and after anyways. Well, this is the before. Look how much my nails have grown, honestly. Gaia plus pregnancy. Whoa, those are in like nearly 3 weeks. The heck. Add some lipstick because I had some salad and the lipstick did not fare well. There's Ubuntu, by the way, and this lip pencil is Huda Beauty Warm Brown. So like I said, I had a salad and I feel like it got all over my chin, like the dressing and the lettuce, and it hasn't really seemed to come off. I also had headphones on, so you can kind of see a little bit where it's starting to wear off. They're like over the ear earphones. So yeah, it did rub off a little bit there. Not really surprised. My brow looks really bad right here. I'm just going to fill it in. But other than that, I feel like everything looks identical to the last update. What do you guys think? Like, I feel like it hasn't sunk in anymore. If anything, maybe it's a little bit glowier. Now's going to be the test because I'm about to go outside and like I said, it's like 30 degrees today. It's so humid, like real muggy. So we'll see if I come back after my nail appointment looking like a sweaty mess. Fingers crossed it holds up. But yeah, like I said, it's 2:30. So what's that, 4 hours wear so far? You'd expect it to still look good by now. I'm really hoping that past the 6 to 8 hour mark it's still looking amazing, and hopefully the 12-hour mark too. But you know, as long as it's at least 6 to 8 hours, I feel pretty happy with no touch-ups, and I haven't touched anything up. Hello everyone, I've got no lighting on. I feel like it's kind of good now. Oh, the lighting still makes it better, doesn't it? So it is at 5:30 on the dot. I just got home from getting my nails done. So here's the little after. Aren't they cute? I love them. They're just super simple. I love the pink. It's such a nice pink. Valentine's Day vibes. Even though by the time you watch this, it's not Valentine. I don't care. I'm always about the Valentine's aesthetic, okay? Anyway, so what's that? 7 hours? 5, 6, yeah, 7 hours. And I feel like it looks basically identical to the last update. Maybe it's starting to get a little bit shiny through here, the sides of my nose slightly, a little bit of my chin. It was very hot and I haven't really sweat through, which is good. I mean, I wasn't like outside in the direct sunlight or anything. I was still indoors, but like, you know what I mean. It's definitely still hot. I wasn't like doing physical labor and I wasn't in the direct sunlight, so I could have sweated a lot more than I did, but for what happened, for what it was worth, it's still looking good. Doesn't look worse on texture. Like down here where I've got a lot of texture and like puckered skin from like acne scarring and stuff, like it doesn't look like it's emphasizing it too much at all. Hasn't emphasized dry skin at all. I feel like it looks better than when it was first applied. Another close up for you. Like on my nose and around here, like I feel like it looks even smoother now. How did I get lipstick here? So yeah, that's 0 touch up so far. You can tell I've got a little bit of fallout from my mascara, but I mean, I'm pretty happy. Looks like I've wiped off a little bit just here for some reason. Yeah, I'll come back in a few more hours once again and we'll see how it's looking, because so far, like, I'm just obsessed with how my skin looks. It looks so pretty and so soft. Is that even a thing? Like soft facial skin? I don't know, it looks soft. Hello guys, the sun is just about to go down. So it is now 7:30, 9 hours wear. So we've made it past the 8-hour mark and I'm absolutely fine with how my skin looks. Like, you know, if there was just like a standard day of wear, like I'm pretty happy. And I still have 0 need to really touch up. I feel like I'm starting to get a bit like shinier on my T-zone again, like a little bit more than last time, but it's still like not bad at all. Like I don't feel the need to go in with powder yet or anything like that. So just gonna leave it. We're not gonna touch it. We're not gonna do anything. We will just see how it goes for another couple of hours. I feel like it looks almost the same as last time, just slightly shinier. But other than that, it looks the same. You can see where this is worn off from my headphones still. Haven't touched it up, so I mean it's gonna look like that, but I feel like maybe it's a little bit more pink down here. Maybe I've been like resting on my hand or something like that. Sometimes I do that without thinking. But yeah, I'm happy. I think it looks so good. So good. I'm so happy. Okay, I'm losing the plot. I literally was like looking everywhere for my keyboard just now and it's literally right in front of me. Like right in front of me. And I was like, who the hell would like break into my house and just steal a keyboard? I was like thinking to myself, if I like taken it out of the room, but like why would I do that? And solid 3 or 4 minutes passed and it's right here. I need to go to sleep. So it is 10:28 p.m. So it's been on for about 12 hours. Honestly, I feel like I don't even need to touch up. It didn't even sink into that expression line very much. You can see it just there, but it's not bad at all. And like around my nose, like, you know, the glowiness is still kind of there. I feel like it's kind of smudged off a wee bit. Like I've been itching my nose. You can kind of see where there's like a crease from me like rubbing my nose, itching my nose. There's a couple little patches like maybe where I've wiped my mouth while eating or something. You know, I was using a napkin. We had steak sandwiches for dinner. They were like 10 out of 10. Have some wasabi in your steak sandwich. Trust me, it's so good. But yeah, like I was wiping my face with a napkin and stuff. Like I wasn't really being super careful. I just wanted to like act normal. So like if this is how it looks without me being careful, I'm so happy. Honestly, so happy. Love the color, love the formula. I think it wears really nicely. I think it just looks beautiful. Like on my face, I just think it looks so good. Like nothing to complain about. Even now, even though like I said, you know, there's a couple patches gone and crease lines on my nose from itching my nose and blah blah blah, like I would happily leave the house still looking like this. And if I wanted to fix it, literally what I'd have to do is just take a little bit of powder and just like go like this and just like, you know, this is just whatever's left on my brush from the bronzer earlier, or like this Dior powder I used, just literally like smoothing out, and it like fixes it immediately. So do I like it? Absolutely. It's one of the more exciting foundations I've used lately. I feel like I haven't been like obsessed with a whole lot of foundations lately. I don't know, I've just kind of been using the same ones. I really like the Clinique one and like the little egg shape and stuff, but like, you know, I've just been like, whatever. Nothing's really like launched that really caught my eye that I had to go rush out and buy, whereas this one did, and I'm so happy I committed. I think it's worth the hype personally. Get yourself a sample if you can. Try it out first because it is pricey, but you know, if you are rebellious and you just want to trust me, I mean, I really like it. And by the way, my skin type is pretty normal. Sometimes a little bit dehydrated, like dry patches and stuff, but you know, it's pretty much normal. So happy, so stoked with this. Let me know if you guys have tried it, and if you have tried it, please leave a mini review down in the comments with your skin type and what you thought about, your honest opinion, you know, whether it's good or bad, who cares. Just leave your opinion down below to help everyone else out in case they're looking for some more feedback on the foundation. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.